जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा। जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
श्वेत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा।
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा।
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त
श्री
वृंदा।
चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. Wish you all a happy Deepavali and thank you for your best wishes sent to me. So we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 7, Lord Chaitanya's tour of South India. And we were reading about the conversation, especially what Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just before Mahaprabhu departed for South India. So we saw how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya put a request in front of Mahaprabhu, saying that if you can please fulfill my request is, there is a very respectable government officer named Ramananda Rai in the city of Vidyanagar on the banks of Godavari. You must certainly meet with him and don't neglect him, don't ignore him, thinking that he's a materialist or he's from a Shudra family. He's very exalted. There is nobody like him on the whole earth planet who knows bhakti rasa like him. He is actually qualified to meet with you. Only when you meet with him and when you talk to him will you understand the limit of his knowledge and his bhakti. You will understand his mahima, his greatness when you have a conversation with him. So please fulfill my request. And then also he said that in the past, I did not recognize his exalted position. And seeing his, because he is such a great Vaishnava, Vaishnava's activities are uncommon. They are not like the activities of this world. Especially, the Mahabhagavad devotees, they appear like crazy people in this world. Actually, they are the real, people. We are the ones who are crazy in this world, right? Because we are claiming to do activities which are not our activities. We are claiming those things which are not ours. They are actually experiencing the real thing. But still, If there is a bunch of crazy people and one normal person there, all the crazy people will think that this normal person is crazy. That is the situation. So, Ramananda Rai is so exalted. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is saying that seeing his uncommon activities, uncommon behavior, I used to make fun of him by calling him a Vaishnava, teasing him that you're a Vaishnava. So, but by your mercy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, now I can understand what is pure devotional service. Hmm? And because of that, now in retrospect, when I think about Ramananda Rai, I can see what an exalted devotee he is. When you will talk to him, then you will also see how great he is. And Mahaprabhu accepted the proposal of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya that on his request, Mahaprabhu will meet with Ramananda Rai. And then he said goodbye to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and embraced him. And then what did Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya? That at home, when you worship your deity, you should give me your blessings. That's where we ended yesterday's class, if you remember. Being a sannyasi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is bowing down before a grihastha. What is this? According to the social yes, his wife is Shatira Mata, remember? So he has a daughter and son-in-law. We'll read about that in future. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is a grihastha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a sannyasi. Still he's seeking the blessings of a grihastha. What is this? Generally, everyone seeks blessings of a sannyasi. So then Mahaprabhu is setting an example. What is the platform of bhakti? When there is all these designations, bodily designations as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi, on the material platform, yes, you have this hierarchy. But beyond all this is a pure devotee of the Lord. If somebody is on the platform of pure devotional service, he is higher than anyone else. Even the sannyasi has to bow down in front of him. This example Mahaprabhu wanted to set through his personal behavior. So Mahaprabhu is saying to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya that at home, when you worship your deity, please you pray to the Lord to show me mercy, or you show mercy to me whenever. That means you think about me, you send your blessings to me whenever you're worshiping your deity at home. And by the mercy of Jagannath, very soon I will come back. Like this, Mahaprabhu said. Let us see what happened after that. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked the Bhattacharya to bless him while he engaged in the devotional service of Lord Krishna at home, so that by Sarvabhauma's mercy, the Lord could return to Jagannath Puri. Next verse. Eta boli Mahaprabhu korila gamana murchita hoya taha podila Sarvabhauma. So Mahaprabhu embraced Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Yes, he said goodbye. He embraced him. And then he said, you please pray when you worship your deity Krishna at home. You bless me. Saying this, Mahaprabhu left, started walking off. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya couldn't bear the separation. He just fainted. Murchita hoya taha podila Sarvabhauma. He just fainted and he just lay there senseless. Saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu departed on his tour, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya immediately fainted and fell to the ground. Tare upekshiya koila shigra gamana ke bujhite pare Mahaprabhura chittamana. Now, when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya fainted and fell down, what would you expect normally? Oh, what happened to him, right? And then you just pick him up and sprinkle some water and make sure he's okay. That's what you'd expect. What did Mahaprabhu do? He didn't look back. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya fainted and fell down. Mahaprabhu didn't look back. He just continued briskly walking away from there. Who can understand what is there in the heart of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? What is there in his mind, who can understand? That's why, the six opulences that we talk about the Supreme Lord, Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Viryasya, Yashasa, Shriya. Then Jnanam and Vairagyam. Vairagyam, being renounced. It's not just renouncing some material things. That is not so difficult. Even giving up the association of the eternal associates of the Lord, the loving devotees of the Lord. You know how difficult that is? But Mahaprabhu is the king of all, Vairagya. The Supreme Lord has all six opulences. One of the opulences is Vairagya also. He didn't look back. Just moments ago, he embraced with so much love. And then when he left, he just left, not even turning back. So, Tare Upekshya. Upekshya means neglecting. Koila Shigragaman, very briskly, he just walked ahead, not paying any attention to Sarvabhauma's fainting. Ke bhujite pare, who can understand Mahaprabhura Chittamana, his mind and his intention, who can understand? Purport, translation. Although Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya fainted, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not take notice of him. Rather, he left quickly. Who can understand the mind and intention of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Acharyas will understand and they will explain to us why he did that. It was naturally expected that when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya fainted and fell to the ground, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would have taken care of him and waited for him to regain consciousness. But he did not do so. Rather, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately started on his tour. It is therefore very difficult to understand the activities of a transcendental person. Sometimes they may seem rather odd, but a transcendental personality remains in his position unaffected by material considerations. That's, they don't care for what the society may think or not. They are situated in their position, in their transcendental position. And sometimes in social dealings, it's very difficult to understand because you cannot relate to such behavior. So Vaishnavas, what to speak of the Supreme Lord, but even Vaishnavas also, it's hard to predict what they will do. But one thing is they're always situated in their transcendental position. I mean, we can understand. The more Mahaprabhu would stop, the more Sarvabhauma will make Mahaprabhu. I mean, nothing can be done there. He has to leave, right? So when he will come, he'll come back to consciousness, then there will be other devotees and, but there won't be ever a time when the devotees will happily say, okay, now you can go. That's never going to happen. So, but the point here is it's very difficult to understand the activities of a transcendental person. Sometimes they may seem rather odd, but a transcendental personality remains in his position unaffected by material considerations. Mahanubhavera chittera swabhava ei hoy pushpa sama komala kathina vajramay. Yes. So this is the nature of a great personality, Mahanubhava. Mahanubhava, right? Those who are experiencing wonderful things. Wonderful things means transcendental things. We can say like a Mahabhagavad devotee. This is their nature. What is their nature? Their hearts are soft like the petals of a flower, like a rose, right? Very, very soft. Pushpa sama komala. But at the same time, vajradapi kathora, right? Kathin. They're very hard like a diamond. On one hand, they are very soft like a flower petal, their heart. But at the same time, their hearts can be as hard as a diamond, depending on the situation. So Mahanubhavera chittera swabhava ei hoy. Pushpa sama komala kathina vajramay. This is the nature of the mind of an uncommon personality. Sometimes it is soft like a flower, sometimes it is as hard as a thunderbolt. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The softness of a flower and the hardness of a thunderbolt are reconciled in the behavior of a great personality. The following quotation from Uttara Ramacharita explains this behavior. Uttara Ramacharita means Uttar Ramayana, right? Which consists of Lava Kusha, right? After Ravana was killed. So the following quotation from Uttara Ramacharita explains this behavior. One may also consult the Madhya Leela 3rd chapter, verse 212 to understand this. Being soft like a rose, a flower, and hard like a thunderbolt. Vajradapi kathorani mriduni kusumadapi lokottaranam chetamsi konu vigyatum ishvaraha. The hearts of those above common behavior are sometimes harder than a thunderbolt and sometimes softer than a flower. How can one accommodate such contradictions in great personalities? Yes, this is the Lord's quality. Yes, the Lord has opposites in him. That's why it is called achintya. You know what is the definition of achintya? Achintya means two opposing elements, two opposing qualities are simultaneously present at the same time in the same person. This cannot happen in the material world. For example, you can say somebody is running, but he cannot run. It's not like you say someone has no legs, but still he runs. Can you accommodate this in this material world? No. Without legs, how he will run? You don't call it running. If he has no legs, you don't call it running, right? So he has no legs, but he's also running. That is true in the case of the Supreme Lord, right? He has no legs means no material legs, but still he's running, right? Because that is transcendental. But he has no birth. So how do you reconcile these two? Because it is achintya with your material mind. Because our minds are material. Unless you accept the achintya bheda philosophy, you will never understand the position of the Supreme Lord or the spiritual subject matters. You cannot understand. The only way that you can actually, it will perfectly make sense when you accept the achintya bheda philosophy. Achintya, you will not be able to understand it with your logic. Achintya. Chintan happens with your mind. Achintya, it's beyond your mind. You cannot, and intelligence. You cannot comprehend. Achintya, bheda abheda. That means they are different, but still they are together in the same place, right? Both are there. Not different and non-different, both are there at the same place. So this is many such contradictions, huh? Like opposites are present in the Lord. Like he is birthless, yet he takes birth from Vasudeva and Devaki. He takes birth from Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai, but he's also birthless. Both are true. It's not it's not false to say that he took birth from Devaki, Yashodamai and Nanda Maharaj or Devaki Vasudev. It's not false. It's a fact that he took birth from Yashodamai and Nanda Maharaj. But at the same time, it is also a fact that he has no birth. This is Achintya. So, like the Lord is Achintya, his pure devotees whose behavior is beyond the normal behavior of this society, they're also achintya. That means you will find such opposites. They are soft as a flower and hard as a thunderbolt. How can you have soft and hard at the same time? And not just little soft, extremely soft and extremely hard. You will find this in the Vaishnavas. Like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu leaving Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and walking away after he fainted, it would appear like he's so hard-hearted. He's not even moved and he just walked away. It would appear like that. Hmm? So the hearts of those above common behavior are sometimes harder than a thunderbolt and sometimes softer than a flower. How can one accommodate such contradictions in great personalities? Nityananda Prabhu Bhattacharya Uthaila Tara Loka Sange Tare Ghare Pathaila. So when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya fainted like this and he stayed in that faint condition. He was like, yeah, he just laid there, right? Fainted. And the Lord left. Then other devotees who were there to accompany Mahaprabhu to send him off, they had come. So when they saw Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya faint, Nityananda Prabhu, he picked up Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And then he arranged for the people to carry Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya to his house. Tara Loka Sange Tare Ghare Pathaila, along with associates. Lord Nityananda Prabhu raised Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and with the help of his men saw him to his home. That means with his devotees, Nityananda Prabhu, his associates. Bhakta Gana Shigra Asi Loila Prabhura Satha Vastra Prasada Loyatabe Aila Gopinatha. Bhakta Gana Shigra Asi Loila Prabhura Sath. So, what did they do? They quickly uh, so they okay, so who carried Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya to his house? So they carried and they came back. Bhakta Gana Shigra Asi Loilo Prabhura Satha. So they dropped him off and they came back quickly. And Gopinath Acharya also came with the clothes, 4 sets of, outer cloth and kopin. Okay. So immediately all the devotees came and partook of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's company. Afterwards, Gopinath Acharya came with the garments and prasadam. So devotees quickly came. Okay, we can also think this way, not necessarily those who went to drop off Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, they must have also come, but also other devotees, they came quickly to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu off because he's going to leave. We don't know when he will come. He's walking to South India all the way up to Setubandha. Several months it may take. So they quickly came to see him, to be with him before he left. And meanwhile, Gopinath Acharya also came bringing the clothes that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya had kept for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bringing those clothes and Mahaprasad of Jagannath, he also arrived. Then, Sabha Sange Prabhu Tabe Alala Natha Aila Namaskara Koritare Bahustuti Koila. So, looks like they had not yet reached Alalanath. So we saw that Mahaprabhu was walking along the seashore. Remember? He started off and he was walking along the seashore. And at that time, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya sent Gopinath Acharya home to get the clothes. And then he requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and to meet Ramananda Rai. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agreed. He embraced Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and told him to bless Mahaprabhu while he's worshipping his deity. And then Mahaprabhu left. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya fainted. So Mahaprabhu is now walking. And Nityananda Prabhu immediately picked up Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and arranged for his devotees who were there with him. Remember, how did they come there? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took Nityananda Prabhu, Mukunda, Jagadananda Pandit, Damodar Pandit along with him, and then he also took Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. They went to take darshan of Lord Jagannath, did parikrama of the altar, and then he got Mahaprasad from the Pujari garland, and then Mahaprabhu started off, and they were with him. Then now Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya fainted, so Nityananda Prabhu had the devotees carry Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya back to his house. Meanwhile, Gopinath Acharya arrived, and the devotees also quickly came back to join with Mahaprabhu. So then what happened? Walking, Mahaprabhu, so all the devotees are also following. Mahaprabhu arrived at Alalanath. सबा संगे प्रभु तबे अलालनाथ आइला नमस्कार कोरितारे बहुस्तुति कोइला. After arriving at Alalanath, he is offering obeisances to them and glorifying all of them. All the devotees followed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to a place known as Alalanath. Not he, they offered. There they all offered respects and various prayers to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prema Veshe Nritya Gita Koila Kata Katokshana Dekhite Ailataha Vaise Jata Jana. Prema Veshe Nritya Gita Koila Katokshana. For many seconds, for some time, they danced in kirtan out of love, out of ecstasy. And then when this was happening, Dekhite Aila Taha Baise Jata Jana. People came to see. In great ecstasy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and chanted for some time. Indeed, all the neighbors came to see him. So Mahaprabhu is dancing in ecstasy. So what happened? All the devotees followed him up to Alalanath. And when they came to Alalanath, they offered obeisances to Mahaprabhu and they offered prayers to him. Mahaprabhu started to perform kirtan in ecstasy, dancing for some time. Then all the neighbors there seeing his dance, they all came to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dekhite aila taha vaise jata jana. Chaudikete saba loka bole hari hari. Prema veshe madhya nritya kore gaura hari. In the four directions, all the people who came to see Mahaprabhu, they also started loudly calling out Hari, Hari. Prema Veshe Madhya Nritya Kore Gaurahari. So in the middle of all these people in great ecstasy, Gaurahari is dancing. Why Gaurahari? Is the Supreme Lord who is golden in complexion. And he's dancing in the middle of all these people. While all the people around him, all the neighbors who came to see him, to see his wonderful dance, they're all loudly chanting, Hari, Hari. And in ecstasy, Mahaprabhu is dancing in the middle amidst them. All around Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is also known as Gaurahari, people began to shout the holy name of Hari. Lord Chaitanya, immersed in his usual ecstasy of love, danced in the midst of them. Kanchana Sadrisha Deha Aruna Vasana Pulakashru Kampasveda Tahate Bhushana. And now while he's dancing, he went into ecstasy. He was dancing in ecstasy. So various ecstatic symptoms became manifest on his person. Kanchana Sadrisha Deha. Now what is his body? His body is just like gold, like a golden, like a golden creeper or something. His Kanchana is gold. Sadrisha means similar. So his body is just like gold. Aruna Vasana. Pulakashru Kampasveda Tahate Bhushana. What are his clothes? Aruna means morning, right? Sunrise. The body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was naturally very beautiful. It was like molten gold dressed in saffron cloth. Okay, so Aruna means, actually Aruna is the morning, but what is the color of sunrise in the morning, right? Saffron, right? Early in the morning when the sun comes. So his clothes, Vasana, his clothes were saffron in color like the morning sunrise. And his body was golden, like gold. And what were his ornaments? All these ecstatic symptoms. Pulaka. Pulaka means, what do you call pulaka? Pulaka means like the hair standing on end. Okay. Pulaka. Ashru. Ashru means tears. Kampa. Body is trembling. Sveda means he's sweating. Tahate Bhushana. So these are all the ecstatic symptoms on his body, his beautiful golden body with saffron dress, and he's dancing in ecstasy. And the ornaments on his body are his ecstatic symptoms. Pulaka Ashru Kampa Sveda Tahate Bhushana. The body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was naturally very beautiful. It was like molten gold dressed in saffron cloth. Indeed, he was most beautiful for being ornamented with the ecstatic symptoms, which caused his bodily hair to stand on end, tears to well up in his eyes, and his body to tremble and perspire all over. देखिया लोकेर मने होइला चमत्कार जत लोक आइसे केहो नाही जाए घर. देखिया लोकेर mane hoila chamatkar. The people who came, all the people in all directions, when they came and when they saw the ecstatic symptoms on the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were wonderstruck. They had never seen anything like this. देखिया लोकेर mane hoila chamatkar. Jata loka aise keho nahi jaye ghar. As many people that they came, it's not like, generally you see sometimes something is happening on the street, somebody's performing some music or something. People come, stand and watch for some time and they go away, isn't it? For how long will they stand? Okay, something is really wonderful for 1 hour, they will stay. 2 hours they'll stay and then they'll go away, right? But how many ever people came, nobody was leaving to go back home. They all just stayed there watching Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. More and more people were coming, but nobody was leaving. Everyone was right there watching Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who would leave? Would we leave if we were there? देखिया लोकेर मने होइला चमत्कार जत लोक आइसे केहो नहीं जाए घर घर. Everyone present was astonished to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dancing and his bodily transformations. Whoever came did not want to return home. Keho nache keho gaye Sri Krishna Gopal preme te bhasila loka stri vriddha abal. Keho nache, keho gaye, Sri Krishna Gopal. And these people also went into ecstasy, seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dance, seeing his beautiful form, seeing his ecstatic symptoms. They started dancing in ecstasy themselves. Some people are dancing, some people are singing. And what are they chanting? Sri Krishna, Gopal, like this. They're chanting the names of Krishna. Premete Bhasila Loka. So, in this way, out of love, they were saying like this. Who all? Women, old people, everyone, and even children. Everybody, all the people that came, regardless of who they were, women, old men, children, everyone started to sing, dance, and call out the names of Krishna, Sri Krishna, Gopal, like that, watching Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dance. Everyone, including children, old men, and women, began to dance and to chant the holy names of Sri Krishna and Gopal. In this way, they all floated in the ocean of love of Godhead. देखी नित्यानंद प्रभु कोहे भक्त गणे ei rupe nritya age hobe grame grame. When Nityananda Prabhu saw this, all these people, women, children, old men, and of course men also, everyone singing and dancing and calling out the names of Krishna, Nityananda Prabhu said to the devotees, this type of dance is going to happen in future in every town and village. One more time we see prediction. Nityananda Prabhu is telling to his devotees, this type of kirtan, dancing and singing and calling out of Krishna's names, this is going to happen in future in every village and town. देखी नित्यानंद प्रभु कोहे भक्त गणे ei रूपे नृत्य आगे hobe, it will happen grame grame, in each and every village. Upon seeing the chanting and dancing of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda predicted that later there would be dancing and chanting in every village. Purport: this prediction of Sri Nityananda Prabhu's is applicable not only in India but also all over the world. That is now happening by his grace. Nityananda Prabhu's grace. Who's saying? Srila Prabhupada is saying. That is now happening by his grace. The members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness are now traveling from one village to another in the Western countries and are even carrying the deity with them. These devotees distribute various literatures all over the world. We hope that these devotees who are preaching the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will very seriously follow strictly in his footsteps. Yes? We have to, otherwise how we can spread? Unless when we connect with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by following strictly in his footsteps, then we can become instruments of Mahaprabhu's mercy. We hope that these devotees who are preaching the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will very seriously, see, 2 times Prabhupada is saying, we hope that these devotees who are preaching the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will very seriously follow strictly, seriously and strictly in his footsteps. If they follow the rules and regulations and chant 16 rounds daily, their endeavor to preach the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will certainly be successful. Follow the rules and regulations and chant at least 16 rounds every day. Then your preaching will certainly be successful. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Thank you all so much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Once again,
Hare Krishna,
happy
Mataji.
Deepavali
Hare
to you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.